Hi everyone, should we start?
Kapil sir, I'll introduce you
Yeah,
now and we can start after that.
okay.
So, good afternoon everyone and a very warm welcome to all our learners. So, I am Priyanka Kalra from CDOE Department, Vivekananda Global University. It is my pleasure to welcome you all for another enriching session under Abhyuday Path to Success. So today's topic is career roadmap in accounting, taxation, and finance. The field of accounting, taxation, and finance offer diverse career opportunities, but success requires the right knowledge, skill, certification, and career planning. We hope today's session will surely help our learners understand the industry expectations and guide them in making informed career decisions. So now it is my privilege to introduce our esteemed expert, TA Kapil Sachdeva, founder of Kapil Sachdeva and Co. With over 25 years of extensive experience in chartered accountancy practice and financial services, Sir is an NSC certified wealth manager with expertise in taxation, regulatory compliance, financial planning, and investment strategies. His rich industry experience has helped numerous individuals and businesses achieve their financial and professional goals. So, sir, now we are truly honored to have you with us today, and thank you for taking your valuable time to interact with our learners. So, without further delay, I request Kapil Sachdeva, sir, to kindly take the session forward. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your good wishes and warm welcome. And it's my privilege to be here. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a privilege and honor to be here today. I sincerely thank the management and faculty for inviting me to interact with such young minds. Today, I am going to speak on a topic that is extremely relevant to every, I can say, commerce student. Maybe some students are from different fields. That is a career roadmap in accounting, taxation, and finance. And before I begin, ma'am has already introduced myself that I had a 25 years vast experience in this professional practice as a CA and also National Stock Exchange Certified Wealth Manager. And actively, I am investing into the stock market and managing the portfolio for my clients. So today, I will not share concept from the textbooks but also I'll share with you some practical insights and real life experiences from my professional journey from last 25 years, which I had that experiences from my client, from my professional life, right? And in the end, we will keep 10 to 15 minutes for Q&A session. So maybe many should think that after completing BCom, MCom, BBA, or somewhere from accounting field, they have only a few career options. Some believe accounting means only maintaining books of account, taxation means filing income tax returns, and finance means working in a bank. But let me tell you one thing, which I learned from my experiences. Nothing could be further from the truth, actually. Today, accounting, taxation, and finance are among the most dynamic, respected, and rewarding professions in the world. Every business from a small startup to a MNC needs professionals who can manage finance, ensure legal compliances, and support business growth. Right. I hope by the end of this session, you will have a clear understanding of the vast career opportunities into this field and how can we prepare for a successful future in this field. Okay. So I think I am audible to everyone. So I'll start with the opening interaction, right? How many of you think accountant job is only preparing voucher and maintaining books of accounts? I'm just asking from you. Please raise hands. What do you think about it? So I proceed. Today, accountants can be a business advisor, financial analyst, tax consultant, auditor, ERP consultant, CFO, entrepreneur. Today's profession do not merely record transaction only, they help businesses make strategic decisions. And for every successful business, there are three pillars: accounting, taxation, and finance. Because accounting record every financial transaction of a business. As you know, in accounting, we used to record the transaction of businesses on daily basis. How much profit means accounting tells you how much profit you earn, what is the your business growth, what is your assets and liability, business is growing or declining, right? This is all about the accounting language. And taxation is about compliances with the tax laws, right? And in taxation, in nowadays, not only the chartered accountants or company secretaries are doing this, some practicing advocates are also into this taxation because it is related with our income tax act, right? So tax professional help businesses comply with the income tax laws, manage GST compliances. As you know, on every transaction there are tax impact, and which also impact your financial decision. So in taxation, you manage GST, income tax, TDS. You may be heard about that. Represent client before tax authorities, plan taxes accordingly, because everyone wants to minimize its taxes, right? Without involving into the litigation and save businesses from penalty and litigation, right? And third pillar is finance. And finance deals with, should we invest in a new factory? Should we borrow from bank or issue shares just like IPO? You maybe heard about it. Where should surplus fund be invested? How can shareholders' wealth can be increased? So they are dealing with the finances from where you are getting the cheap money. Because if you are getting a cheap money, then in that scenario your business will earn more profit, right? So this is all about finances. It's about planning the future and creating the wealth. So always remember this simple statement: accounting tells us where the business stands today, taxation ensures business compliances with the tax laws, and finances determine where the business will go tomorrow. Because if you are not handling the finances very well, so it will create a mess for the businesses to handle everything, right? And friends, I tell you one more thing. I'm not calling this accounting, taxation, and finance the three pillars of our businesses just because I have been invited to speak on this topic. I truly believe this from my own experience of last 25 years as a practicing CA, because I am on a daily basis interacting with my clients which are into the various fields. Some of them they are into the manufacturing field, some are into the trading field, some are into the you know doing jobs or new startups. So they want to discuss and they used to discuss with me uh, each and every aspect of their businesses, right? So they discuss just like okay, never had anything from doctors, CA, and advocates. So that's why we are into the depth of the business. So, but in some businesses I have seen, I had that experience that even after doing 15 to 20 years business, people ask simple question: are we making profit or loss? Means if I ask from my client, are you making profit or loss? So many of them can't answer with confidence just because the lack of knowledge into the finance field, or you can say accounting taxation field. They consider it as very simple and take it very easy in their business. But if they are not taking seriously these three pillars, so even after doing business 15 to 20 years, you still struggle with the money and you live your life just like a hand to mouth people. The reason is very simple. They never gave enough importance to proper accounting, taxation, financial planning. They just keep running the business on hand to mouth basis or daily basis. Okay, if we need money, so just borrow from here or there and just move on. But before taking any money, without thinking or without thinking the future of your business, you just going to raise money from various sources at any cost, or sometimes you negotiate with the borrower, sorry, you can say a lender. So in that scenario, because you are just raising the money for your business, if you want to repay the one loan and you don't have money in the business, you don't want to suck money out of the business, you raise another loan to repay your first loan. So this kind of practices will land you in a mess. So after 15 to 20 years, even this is my actual experience that my clients face this type of problem. And that is why I always say that accounting, taxation, and finance are not just subject to study, they are the foundation of every successful business. If these are the three things are managed very well, the business has a strong chances of succeeding. Right? Why? But now I come to the point on the topic why these careers matter. Just like when you purchase a product, someone has accounted for its cost. Whenever a company files a GST, income tax return, someone has ensured compliances because in taxation, you have to comply with the law. If you will not comply with the law in a correct manner as per the law, you have to face the repercussions, right? You have to face the penalty, prosecution, and interest, right? Whenever, or you can say, whenever a company raises funds, acquire another company, or launches a new project, someone in the finance team has analyzed the risk and opportunity. Just like in the current era, you maybe heard about it that this company has that much valuation. This company has raised this much amount. So this is all comes under the finance field. Today, the world is no longer just about buying and selling product. It is about building valuable business, right? You need valuation, right? And your company will be valued if you will, your company will be valued very well or richly valued if you manage these things in a good way, in a good manner. Companies are focusing on valuation, attracting investors, raising capital from many means, with bank, public, launching IPO, merger and acquisition. In merger and acquisition, one company merge with the other one, right? And creating long-term shareholder value. Behind every one of these milestones is a strong team of accounting, taxation, and finance professional, right? So you must have a good team about these things. That is why these careers are not only stable but also exciting, future-oriented, and full of opportunities. As businesses grow and become more sophisticated, the demand for skilled professionals in this field will continue to increase, right? So as I know, okay, you're the youngster, you are into the field of financing or accounting, so maybe you are undergraduate or you are going for a post graduation, or maybe some of you is into the professional fields right now in the job. So let's say if we start from the roadmap, because my topic is about the career roadmap in accounting, taxation, and finance. So stage one is during graduation. You don't study only to pass the examination. Study to become more employable. Learn financial accounting, cost accounting, corporate accounting, GST, income tax, auditing, financial management. These are the subject you learned during your graduation, or you are going to learn in graduation, right? But along with that, academically, this you must develop practical skills like MS Office, Tally, Busy, Juhu, right now SAP basics, Power BI. In right now, AI boom is going on, so you must also equip yourself with these things. Your degree gets you an interview, but mind it, your skills get you the job, right? That is why skill development is so important. I'm happy to see that institutions like ICA and Vivekanand Global University are making a significant contribution by providing practical, industry-oriented training that helps students become job ready. Such initiative bridge the gap between classroom learning and the real world requirements. And after this study, this graduation, maybe you join the job, or some student go for the post graduation, and after post graduation they join the job. So initially you work as a assistant or in a junior rank, right? Just like accounts executive, GST assistant or executive, you can say audit assistant, tax assistant, finance assistant. But at this stage, I must say, don't focus only on salary. focus on learning because you are building your skill for the future. It is a time consuming process. It's a long term game. Try to understand. And I also say, be remain in one line. Be stick to the one line. Don't change your goals. Don't change your path. That right now you are interested in taxation or finance, whatever. You join this line, and after 2 3 years, you maybe switch to another one because your colleague or your friend circle in your friend circle they are getting higher salary than you. So you shift from this line to the another line. So please don't do this because after 5 to 10 years, you will ultimately end up with that you have totally wasted your time, right? You have totally wasted your time. So don't focus on salary and these things. Just focus on learning. Every voucher you enter, every GST return you prepare, bank reconciliation, income tax return you file. Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because I got the impression that Zoom is sign out. That's why I asked. Okay. Yeah, please go ahead. Every income tax return you file is building your practical knowledge. The first 2 years of your career are your investment years. So just take it. Your job is also like, just like entrepreneur thing. Just if I remember, I started. So I also started as an intern in CFO. So, but I used to learn so many things during that period because at that age you are allowed to make mistakes, right? You are allowed to make mistakes. This is the time to learn from your seniors, the opportunities available in the world, that you are in a good position, in a good frame of mind. You can analysis things in a different way. What is your goal and all this stuff, right? And nowadays you get more opportunity through this internet world, AI world. Everything is on the fingertips, right? And the stage three, after 2 3 years, if you give 2 3 years in one organization or in a world field, then you will be in a position to get the specialization. After gaining some experience, choose your specialization line that where you enjoy a lot. Just like in initial years, for my survival or everything you can say for bread and butter, I used to teach the student during my chartered accountancy course. So in starting 5 6 years, I was in the teaching line also from 95 to you can say 2003 or 4. Then I realized that I enjoy much more in practice. So then I switched to the practice, and then along with the practice, I joined stock market also. So now, so after some years of working, you try to judge yourself. You try to analyze yourself where you enjoy a lot, right? So after gaining the experience, choose your specialization. If you enjoy accounting, become senior accountant, accounts manager, finance controller, CFO. If you enjoy taxation, you can become GST consultant, income tax consultant, tax manager, or even you can have nowadays international tax expert also from online courses. You can also have the international tax expertise. And taxation is always a continuation, evolving process. Even though AI boom is going on, still everyone needs tax professionals, right? And if you enjoy finance field, then you can become financial analyst, just like CFA, investment banker, wealth manager, equity research analyst. So everything will come under this finance field. So finance professionals help businesses raise funds, evaluate investments, manage risk, and create long-term wealth. So all the fields are different and actually work together. So right now I am into all of these fields, but it's up to you. Right now I'm not doing the accounting. I have team for accounting. I have team for taxation. But still I did everything at my own level, right? So you can also choose these things, and these all are interrelated, right? And it's not that you will get opportunities only in India. You you can have opportunity beyond India. One exciting aspect of these professions is that your skill are globally relevant. Just like we can say in CA, where they are very much recognized in India more or less or Asian countries, but just like CFA, it is recognized by so many countries in the world, right? So after going for a CFA, and even though in India you can pass the exam and you can get the opportunity out of India as well, right? There are so many opportunities out of India as well. And from CFA, you can become equity research analyst in India, even out of India, financial analyst, budget analyst. So this is the age that you can decide about this thing, where opportunity you are going to have, right? Uh, Indian accounting, taxation, and finance professionals are working successfully right now in USA, Canada, UK, Australia, UAE, Singapore. These all are financial hubs, right? And professional qualification, you can have CA, here it is, CMA, CPA in US. So these all are the courses and opportunities India and out of India are available. And one more thing, because it's important right now, about artificial intelligence, AI, challenge or opportunity. So some people think that artificial intelligence will replace accountants. Answer is maybe yes, maybe not. But I have different view. AI will not replace accountants, but accountant who know accountants who know AI will replace accountants who don't. Right? So it is very important for you that if you are going into the accounting field, so you must have AI knowledge so that you must be enriched with the AI knowledge so that AI will not replace you, but you will replace that person who have no exposure or very less exposure in AI, because AI will reduce the time and cost for the management and organization. We are also, as of now, in an initial stage following, I mean to say, adapting AI in my office. And by adapting that AI, my results are tremendous. It is saving cost, it is saving time for us, right? So it's not all about that accounting, vouching, and this textbook thing you have to do. You must adapt. Earlier in the session, I said that you must be equipped with the knowledge of MS Office, Tally, and this, and which this organization is doing a tremendous job in this thing. But you must also learn AI so that it will cut the time and cost for the organization, and you will be better placed as compared to the others, right? Technology is changing our profession very rapidly. Today, many routine accounting tasks such as data entry, bookkeeping, bank reconciliation, invoicing, GST reconciliation, you get the basic tax return preparation. Just today is 1st August and yesterday started was July. I was too much busy in return filing. If you are into this job field, maybe you have also filed the return. So there is lots of burden. But if you are following or you are adapting these AI tools, you feel very much comfortable, right? So these all are being automated through AI and accounting software, right? So right now, just like Tally or Busy, they are following the AI tool. So if you integrate these tools into this basic accounting software, then results will be tremendous, right? So traditional accounting jobs that involve only repetitive work will reduce significantly over the next few years just because of AI. As I said, now, okay, accountants who know AI will replace accountants who don't, right? But does that mean there will be no opportunity? Absolutely not. In fact, the demand for professionals who can analyze data, interpret financial information, advise clients, solve complex tax issues, manage businesses risk, and make strategic financial decisions will increase, right? So demand for the profession will always remain there, but you must be there to adapt this technology, because this world is always for the brilliant and cream student, but it doesn't mean that average cannot below average person cannot survive in the market, but you have to adapt this technology just to have a, you can say, X factor. You must have some X factor, right? So remember, AI can process data, but it cannot replace professional judgment, ethical decision making. Because even if you are using the AI, still you have to apply your mind. You have to change the things, right? You must be dynamic, right? Business understanding or the trust that client place in CA or financial professional, right? So professional demand, professional judgment will always be there, even though people are using Chat GPT, Gemini. My client after using this raise some query, let's say they sell some shares, they sell some property. They used to call me even after going through the Chat GPT and Gemini, right? They had that idea. Okay, what will be the taxation if I sell this property at this rate? I bought it this price. I sell this share. Now, what will be the tax rate? What will be the tax compliances or tax repercussion if I will not pay tax truly. But they still used to ask me, they still use my professional services that whether they are thinking in a right manner or not. So still professional demand will always remain. You cannot 100% rely on AI. But as a professional, it will reduce my cost. It will reduce my time. It will reduce my time involvement into this field, right? So professional demand, professional judgment will never going to down, right? Learn AI, use AI, grow with AI. That is the funda basically, right? But don't compete with AI. The future belongs to professionals who combine accounting knowledge, tax expertise, financial skills, and AI, right? Today, you should learn AI, Power BI, data analytics, financial modeling, cloud accounting. So many things are going on. Basic Python. My children learn that basic Python, even they are from commerce field and they are doing CFA and studying abroad. Technology is not your competitor. Technology is your biggest career advantage. So just adapt it, right? Skill employer look for always. Employer look for this skill, right? Employer don't hire only degrees. They hire people who can solve problems, develop technical skill in accounting, GST, income tax. What I'm talking about is TDS, Excel, ERP, financial reporting, right? Soft skill you can also learn communication, personality grooming, problem solving, teamwork, leadership, presentation skills, right? So time management, because if you are effectively doing your work within a time or you're effectively managing your time and solving the problem and doing your task within the time, that will be the great for your organization. They will really appreciate you, right? Because you are saving time for the company. I little bit highlight that professional qualifications like CMA, CA, CS for global opportunities. So these provide which kind of career benefit for you. Just like if I start from CA. So in chartered accountancy, you mainly deal with audit. Audit means your accountant has done bookkeeping, day-to-day bookkeeping, day-to-day, they have noted day-to-day transactions like banking. We receive fund from that party, we pay this much to that person on daily basis expenses. It's going to record into the business, but in proper heads, right? If you are paying salary to the staff, you will enter it as a salary to the staff. If you are making payment for telephone expenses, printing stationery, petrol expenses, so many expenses for the businesses on day-to-day basis. It is the job of the accountant to enter day-to-day transaction into the bank. Oh, sorry, in the bookkeeping, right? And after completion of this bookkeeping, CA works will start, right? So CA will start auditing. Audit means they will critically, as per the law and accounting standard, as per the law and accounting standard, they used to check whether the accountant has done and has entered all the transaction as per the law in the books of accounts or not. If there is some problem, so they will going to amend that transaction and enter in the correct head, right? Because CA has to follow the compliances which they learn in their chartered accountancy as per accounting standards, as per income tax GST laws. So CA has to keep in mind all the things regarding auditing and taxation perspective, right? Because they have to enter these transactions in a good way as per the law. Because if they will not enter as per the law, then the business has to face the repercussions in taxation. They have to end with the higher amount of tax, or they have to face the litigation. So CA work will start after the bookkeeping. Bookkeeping day-to-day transaction is done by accountants, right? So under CA auditing, so I gave you the idea about the auditing, what comes under the auditing. And taxation, you have to comply with taxation. Means after the close of the year, you have to file the income tax return, and during the year, you have to file on monthly basis GST return. GST is tax on each and every sale and purchase transaction, right? And income tax after getting profit, means after adjusting all your expenses and purchase costs from your sale, the resultant figure is the profit, and from your profit you have to pay tax to the government of India or government of any country, right? So taxation is everywhere, but country to country it varies. But auditing more or less remains the same, but there is in India there is general accepted accounting principle and Indian accounting standard. In US there are IFRS. So some little bit changes are there country wise, but in taxation there are massive changes, right? Because according to the country situations, they used to levy taxes, right? And also under CA, you learn finances with your practice also, because from where you will raise funds in IPO fundraising, CA used to involve, because in CA there are lots of in IPO there are lots of compliances are there, so they have to rely on the CA, right? And accordingly, in the same way, there are CS, company secretary. In company secretary, there are more company law compliances. Company secretary more work is I would say not so much practical but theoretical. They have to follow the compliances. They are not mainly into the auditing taxation. They used to follow the company law requirements. Just like in India there are registrar of company, ROC, right? So in ROC, each and every company, means the company name which ends with private limited or limited, they have to comply with the ROC requirement, registrar of company requirement. So each and every time director will appoint or resign, company will raise fund, you have to intimate to the registrar of company. But any partnership firm, but any proprietorship concern, they they don't have to follow these company law, because these entrepreneur, proprietorship and partnership firms are not complied with company law, because they are not registered under the company law. But private limited and limited company always registered as per the Companies Act 2013, right? Because this is a new one, old one is Company Act 1956. So in company secretary mainly deals with company law requirement, but some CAs are also doing taxation practices, but they are not recognized more into this audit taxation finance as CA. Another one is CMA, costing, manufacturing and and budgeting. So mainly they are into the costing and manufacturing. Any manufacturing entity, they have to employ this CMA, means cost and management accountants. So they are also into this manufacturing, means how they will drive the costing, budgeting. They are mainly into that field, right? Then we have ACCA, global opportunities. So for the global opportunities, you can go for ACCA. Another one is for US accounting and taxation, that is CPA USA. So if you want to practice, just like we are practicing in India as a CA, if you want to practice in USA, then you have to qualify CPA USA. Then you will be eligible to practice just like we are practicing in India as a CA. Then you can practice in filing income tax returns, accounting in US. And I already talked about this CFA. So this is mainly into the investment banking and equity research. So CFA is very much dynamic, and if you are very much interested in this, you know, equity related program, then CFA is very good option. Because in CFA and CA, or CS, CMA, there is one difference, and I feel this is a very major difference. In in CA, CS, CMA, you will get the recognition when you will fully qualified as a chartered accountant. If somehow you are not able to qualify in the last one exam or one group of CA final, still you will be recognized as an accountant only. You will not be classified as a CA, and therefore you will not get the recognition, you will not get the job up to that mark. Even you have so much caliber, even you have so much knowledge, even you have so much experience, but still you will not get that kind of opportunity, because degree will give you an interview, but your skill will give you the job, right? But in CFA, what happens? There are three stages, just like in CA's foundation, intermediate, final. In CFA, there are levels: level 1, level 2, level 3, right? So if one person qualify CFA level 1, right? If he or she qualifies level 1, still they will get the job according to the level 1. You will be recognized and you mention CFA level 1, but in CA you can never write CA bracket inter final. It is not like that. CA means CA, that's it. But in CFA, you can mention level 1, level 2, level 2. So he or she accordingly get the job opportunity. If you are fully qualified CFA, you will get opportunity like this. But if somehow there is a problem or you are not able to qualify fully CFA, still you will be recognized as level 1 or level 2 or level 3, right? So in CFA, you will get this kind of opportunity also. And another one is MBA. MBA finance from a good university is also very good. Corporate financing, leadership, personality grooming. You will learn everything in this MBA also, right? So these are the common streams, professional qualifications. You can have these kind of professional qualification. Remember one thing: knowledge gets you selected. Communication helps you succeed. Character character earns you trust, right? And my advice to the students, if I had to give only 5 pieces of advice, because we have discussed a lot, if I had to give 5 pieces of advice to every commerce student, they would be: never stop learning. Just like many technology is going on, so many things are going on. So you have to learn, right? Learn practical skill along with theory, improve your communication skill, keep yourself updated with technology, build your reputation through honesty and professionalism. Your reputation will become your great asset, right? So you are associated with good university. So it's now up to you. You learn the practical skills along with the theory, along with your skills, technology, honesty, and professionalism, right? This will give you a very good credibility in the market, right? Uh, it is 2:40. Ma'am, should I proceed further or we should stop for and I conclude and we will stop for the Q&A?
So I think we can start the Q&A.
Okay, so just I conclude for the closing, right?
Right.
So before I conclude, let me leave you with one final thought. Accounting is the language of business. Taxation is, is a guardian of legal compliance, and finance is the engine of business growth, right? So when these work three together, business prospers and flourish, and economy grows out there, right? So, dear student, your future does not depend only on the college you attend. It depends on the skill you develop, discipline you maintain, the integrity you uphold, and the attitude with which you approach every opportunity. So, your degree will open the first door, your skills will open the next 100 doors, right? So, dream big, maintain integrity, and success will surely follow you. So, thank you all for your patient listening. I wish each of you a bright, successful, and fulfilling career in accounting, taxation, and finance. Thank you so much.
Learners, please. Yes.
Yes. So now, sir, we can move ahead with the question answer session. Yeah. So, dear all learners, you have the opportunity. You can, if you have any queries or any questions regarding the session or regarding the topic, you can directly ask. You can directly type down your query or question in the chat box. Let me check if we have already received any questions. Yes. Do we have any queries regarding the session? This is a very good opportunity. We have sir who is an expert about taxation and finance. So I think you have a chance to directly interact with sir. We are waiting for your questions, everyone. So I think they are highly satisfied with all. I think you have cleared all the doubts already
Okay.
with their session, but we can wait for 1 or 2 minutes more.
Yeah, yes. Please take your time.
Yes. So, is there any advice or anything else you want to just share with our learners? Anything at the end?
I already advised them, just follow the honesty, integrity, and just learn the skills. Just develop your skills. This is very important along with the theoretical part. And stick with your goals and stick with one or two company for a, not I would say for a very much long period of time, but for a reasonable time. Let's say
Yes.
I personally feel uh, we sometimes hire youngsters as an intern or as a paid assistant. They used to work for 3 months, 6 months sometime, and they think I'm getting good amount somewhere else. So if I'll get the certificate from the CA firm that I worked there for 6 months, so now I've got to learn everything right now. Right? But this is not the case. You at least spend 2 to 3 years in one organization, because if you will learn in 1 year, you will repeat in the next year, then you will feel confident in it and you will have expertise about that field. So it is my advice strongly to the youngster that you must, if you get that good job or good organization, you must stick to them at least 2 to 3 years, then switch to another one.
Completely agree with the point. I also think that minimum 6 months we take into like uh, to take like to adjust to get adjust in a new environment to understand how the things work and everything.
Naturally. Yeah,
Yes,
that's one.
surely. So we have received one question from the
Yeah.
learner Syed Munirur Rahman. So he is asking how many types of skills we should learn in this accounting, taxation, and finance topic. How many types of skills we should learn in this topic?
Skill, I would say, means basic accounting you must have, right? Basic accounting. I do not mean that you must do each and everything on daily basis. You must have the knowledge about the accounting, because in future, if you're going for an entrepreneurship, you must be aware and you will be able to discuss all this stuff with your CA or accountants and everything. You will be able to understand, right? So there must be literacy about it. So little bit knowledge of accounting, little bit knowledge of taxation, means currently what kind of tax rates are going on. Let's say in each and every year on first Feb there is a union budget, right? You just read that budget, the bullet points, okay, what kind of changes government has done, right? Which is going to impact you or the business. So you must be aware with this type of taxation and finances. Okay, from what kind of sources we can raise the money and which is going to be good for our businesses. And you must not expose to the leverage, because if you are going to have the nature of leverage from initial years, so it will change your habit for earning and spending, because in that scenario you are going to have leverage kind of, because in the current environment there are so many leverages are available on your credit card, on what different types of loans banks are offering. So if you will trap or you will have the habit of that one, it will create a problem for you for your future. So you learn accounting, little bit taxation, financing sources, and you follow the basic accounting, let's say tally, busy software for taxation. You can read the income tax side, and finances are available on the website also. So you just have the idea, basic idea about this.
Yes.
And
All right.
moreover, you are associated with good organization, they are teaching you this accounting, GST, income tax compliances, so you must be aware on that, right? Okay, just like I give you one example. If you belong to business class family and you are buying an iPhone or any mobile phone, so you must buy in the name of your business so that you will get the GST input tax credit in your business. But if you're going to have at your own name, you will not get this, get the benefit of ITC. So at the end, you will end up with the higher cost for your phone, right? So these type of financing you have to use to do in your daily practices.
So, thank you so much, sir. So on this note, uh, thank you first of all for such an inspiring and enriching session. I am sure that your guidance on today's session will inspire our learners to make informed career choices and prepare themselves for future opportunities. So now I would like to invite Locate Yogendra Pal sir, education technology, head of education technology. Kind our expert vote of thanks. Over
Thank
to
you,
you,
Priyanka.
sir.
I hope I am audible.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, sir, you are audible.
how are you? So I'll open my camera, but my camera is very poor. Today it has gone. There's some problem with that. So really sorry. But I believe I'm audible properly. Am I
Please.
audible? Yes. Okay, fine. So thank you very much, sir,
Thank you.
for taking your time for helping our student, guiding our student in this important topic. Even though I know that yesterday was the deadline, you may have been very, very busy submitting all the things, but still you accepted our invitation to guide our student, to mentor our students. So we are really thankful to you, sir, for that. So from the behalf of CDOE VGU, I thank you very much for mentoring our students, and I thank you all the students who joined the session and participated, actively listened to CA Kapil Sachdeva sir and asked their questions. So thank you once again. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.